So it is Nomad. I'm honestly assuming it's Shikari Prime's pick because Shikari and Venture really dislikes Nomad, so I don't think they would pick it. You never know though, but I think they simply don't enjoy playing Nomad, so I think it's their clan adversaries, Shikari Prime, picking the map here. But it's Nomad, you need to place your TC at preferably at the wood line for the early game because you, because you want consistent access to wood so that you can get your dock up and running and start producing fishing ships for food income. So you see most of the players here are placing the TC on the wood line, while Marco 1 here goes for the gold. He has a couple of straggly trees here. You're gonna need a lumber camp eventually, of course, but this is significantly going to delay Marco's progression through the game here. Because you'll be struggling so much for wood, food, consistency, everything. Good thing for Marco 1 is the Italians, because at least he has cheaper fishing ships. But long term, gonna be rough. So let's talk about the civilizations here. Let's start with Shikari Prime, in fact, because Killer says here, he's gone for the Persians here. Absolute best civ for Nomad, or among a few others, but you start with plus 50 wood and plus 50 food. So you could place your dock, a house, and a town center, and produce a fishing ship. Which, for some reason, Killer Caesar isn't doing. Ah, okay, he placed the palisade, so he can't place the fishing ship just yet. So better safe than sorry. Although for Nomad, I think there are specific rules also in the League of Empires that you don't build your fight before 4 minutes. So Persians for Killer Caesar. We have a lagger here with the Vietnamese, and now I'm going to show you why he goes with Vietnamese. Because once the town centers are up... Oh, you can almost not see that on the minimap, but it's there. Once the Vietnamese the enemies have their town centers up, you get to see the enemy location, so that helps a lot for planning on Nomad. Also, Vietnamese unique unit, the Rattan Archer is a very mobile and strong archer unit to run around the map and take map control, so not to be underestimated. There will be lots of castles on Nomad. Anyway, yeah, flaring the locations now, right? And then the last player on Shikari Prime is Taller Gimli with the Mongols. Honestly, a fantastic starting location here. Woodline, found a boar, Mongols hunt 40% faster, and gold and stone covered by this TD. So stone, you'll need that from Mongols because you want to get your castles up and get Magudai out. And yeah, gold, useful for all intents and purposes. So for the other team, Juker with the Lithuanians. Also almost similar to Persians being strong for Nomad, because you'll note that he's all in on wood here. Lithuanians can do that because they start with 150 extra food. So you'll see that the worker efficiency last minute, or overall worker efficiency, is better for Juker here than many of the others, because of the fact that he can just keep... Or the idle TC rather, is at 0 because you start with extra food. That was my point. And with this kind of investment on wood, you can pump out fishing ships consistently until you have enough fish to bring you a steady food source income. The dock's position is nice for Juker as well, because it's in the north where there's lots of deep fish to be taken. Marco 1, as mentioned previously with the Italians, very low on the wilders here. 14 seconds idle T steps. The TC may have been late up here as well. Or maybe he didn't dock, actually. Let's see for Marco's position. He didn't dock! Marco! He has a builder down here, but he didn't dock. He has a lumber camp down. Oh man. Marco, is this your first time playing Nomad? This is a very rough start for the Italians. Down 6 villagers to his teammate already, or to the opponent for that matter. And finally, Rectus also with the Persians here, knowing that that's a very solid civ for Nomad starts, because of the reasons mentioned earlier. Marco, not cool. He's villager fighting. He's villager fighting, but it's way past 4 minutes now, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright, now let me fast forward a little bit, because on Nomad the significant action is in the feudal age onwards, except for this little villager chasing here. Cue Benny Hill team. Hey, just for fun with the raid, thank you, my friend. Got yourself a nice Desert Cup set as well. I spotted the result. I didn't see the last game, sadly, but that's it. Yeah, I'm raiding with myself. That's fine. Anything for the lovely Horn Alert. Barracks for Rectus here. I'm assuming he might be going for these scouts here then. Let's have a look at the scouting on the shore as well. They're not really scouting the shorelines, neither of the players, which is something I think you should do on Nomad when you are on the way up to the feudal age, if you have plans on taking water, because if you use one fishing ship to scout the shoreline, maybe coordinate with your teammates to get some scouting down, you'll know the enemy dock's location. And you'll see here, for example, that Lagger has lots of Vietnamese fishing ships out. And since Shikari are up way earlier to feudal age here, they could kill all of these fish before Lagger can start contesting water at all. So scouting is alpha and omega. If you want to contest water here at all, being Shikari, you have to know that you lead 2 or 3 fire galleys and you kill all of these fish, no problem. But Shikari are going exclusively for land aggression here, so let's see for their fish investments how much they'll actually lose if they get hit. Yeah, it's disastrous. Juker really needs to hold water here, because his main food economy is the fishing ships. Fantastic villager number here, but that's also because of this fish counting as villagers. But let's see what they'll be doing here. Men-at-arms for Rectus. So, if I remember Rectus correctly, he is actually a player of the very annoying sort. Does all kinds of things to keep the enemy occupied. And Men-at-arms, no exception here. He'd probably be adding something else to full weapon. He is kind of puncturing Toller Gimli's fast castle approach here now with 2 eco down, but they're not making ships at all. Shikari Prime, they'll be fighting for water here. Yeah, here's Rectus, right? Men-at-arms towers, because why not? So, Men-at-arms for Rectus, Marco 1 with the Italians archers, and doing nicely with the numbers here. Helping his pal with the feudal age aggression here, but behind this, Rectus is actually going castle age, so Persians Nomad start paying off here. That's going to be a ridiculous castle age. He must have used the market to abuse or something here. And Rectus also with the range here. Maybe it's going to go long term for the commander on and crossbow, trashbow tech or something. Killers are happily unaware that Juker is right around the corner here. And Lagger minding his own business for the Vietnamese here, but definitely long-term plans of Rat and Archers here. While Taller Gimli is in the middle with the Mongols and gonna get that castle up, I think. Let's see the resources. Yeah, 300 stone, still a while away, but it's 8 villagers collecting stone now. Defensive tower, that's why it's lower on stone, but that's going to deal with the castle, forward tower of Rectus as well. But at the very least, Shikari are doing some work here, delaying the Mongols here. Thanks for the follow to Minduka as well, and GG yesterday. I was streaming it actually, you might know actually, but yeah, it's in the VODs. Quite easily accessible. So you'll hear me cursing and ranting about how I don't like the new Serengeti map. Another defensive tower here for Taller Ghibli, further delaying. Ooh, delaying the castle age as well. Is struggling for food here now. The naval situation, they should be. Let's see for yellow and yellow and red here, how they're dealing with the water situation. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you'll find it. It should be accessible for a couple of weeks, the bot. So here you go. Big letters. Men-at-Arms still alive. They haven't barely lost HP here, actually. And with the archers standing on the tower, will they get the kill? It'll be chasing here, but now the tower will be getting some firing. So maybe a slight misplay by Marco 1 here. They're doing damage, though. 31 military to 10. Shikari definitely assuming land control here on Nomad, which tends to be a very messy map. Teal is at it here as well with towers and skirmishers on the Lithuanians to make life awkward for the Persians. Killer Caesar here. And even some scouts. Scouts, towers, skirmishers, full on Lithuanians. Madness here. You'd think this was Ogedai 1 or Dennis playing with the AI army approach here. Scouts, skirmishers. Okay, that's not too uncommon, but the tower is arguably so. Lagger extending the Vietnamese position here now with the TC on the gold, quite close to wood and berries here as well, if the need arises for some other resources. Elite skirmishers, also for Vietnamese. Never seen so many skirmishers in the team game. Just add some cavalry unit, either from the Persians or the Lithuanians here, and you're completely fine against this. And there comes the castle, and that might actually range Rectus's TC. Or is it just outside? Maybe it's just outside of range. Scouts still at large, repairing the tower as well, obstructing the Persians here, but we're gonna have Killer Caesar app in not too long here. Juker with some solid forward pressure with Lithuania, so but he's gonna lose all of this fish unless he makes some naval military. It's now making galleys, fire galleys, 2 of them. But look at Killer Caesar's numbers here. The red Persians player with 11 fire galleys total. Going big time on the fish and the naval fighting here. That's also why he's still in the feudal age on land and not going up, but you can tell from the Eco KD here that one team has been doing success on land killing villagers, the other has been killing fish, and still are. Takes some time to produce the target. Oh no, he's trapped. Ah, he's fine. He's fine. But now look at Juker losing so many fiction ships here. And has some power eco going, but maybe not enough to sustain whatever the plan is here. Castle Age is in for all of Shikari though, which certainly is to their advantage here with Killer Caesar. He's arguably one of the stronger nomad civilization for Shikari Prime. He's still in the feudal age. Rat Archers are out. They're going to deal with a Mangonel here. Nice split from Lagger there. Didn't seem to have lag issues with that split. Rectus will be losing this Mangonel, but is sniping some villagers along the way here. So, arguably worth it for that Mangonel after all. Castle is up for the Mongols, so we'll be seeing Manguda in queue soon enough, if eco permits. Defensive towers as well, I think. Looking at the Mangonel pushing here, Tolle Gimli might want to upgrade to guard tower as well with these 2 defensive towers to keep this kind of pressure out too. Just because again, it can come in handy anyway for map control later to have tower upgrades. Kill the Caesar, he is killing it on water here. He has 13 fire galleys, a huge naval investment from the Persians. So both Persian players quite late to the castle age, but Killer Caesar still in the feudal age with this heavy naval investment. He's winning water for his team, but then again, you need to survive on land for that to be worthwhile. And right now, that's looking rough, being pressured by Lithuanians knights here. Yeah, so 4 knights, double stables producing for Duker, has +1/+1 on them as well, and is doing a good work at keeping Killer Caesar busy on land here. Killer Caesar still not up to the next stage. Let's see the resources. Yeah, he has the resources now. Might have been missing the second building as well, I'm not sure. Because he's not really clicking up, keeps queuing villagers. Yeah, it's missing the second building. These things are actually missing buildings for the next stage. So Kelusis are missing the second building. Needs a blacksmith, needs a stable, needs a something to get to the castle age here and hold this off. But Shikari, we have to commend Shikari for keeping the pressure up on land here, of course. Rectus with a battering hammer, 1 ram to rule them all. The Castlier hasn't been producing Mangudai for taller Gimli, is simply struggling for resources all over here. Second castle going up on this gold, hopefully to get some gold on this side, but Marco 1 is on point here, he's moving closer to... oh, I think he can deny this castle, he's sending the 2 Mangonels as well. Oh, the clock is ticking now for taller Gimli to either commit here, or to just bail and try to save some villagers. He's going to lose lots of stuff here now. 35 villagers lost for taller Ghibli. 19 villagers. Mongols play with 19 villagers. How much is that going to get you, even if your second castle went up here? It's going to take the reboom of a lifetime for taller Gimli to get back into this, sadly. 35 villagers lost. Killer Caesar with 35 kills as well. On water though, so he's been providing, but look at the knights now trying to take out this Persian TC. Still in the feudal age. Oh, come on, man, get that second building and make that transition. Maybe Killer Caesar. Yeah, I don't know. Struggling for gold now, struggling for everything. Here comes the forward siege workshop of Juker, and it's a very good chance now that Killer Caesar never makes it to the castle age in this game. Enter the ram as well. This TC, it's a bloody Persian TC and it's down to 1800 HP. It's gonna die before Killer Caesar can even click to the cast stage here. I wonder if this is gonna be a potential GG moment here, because the only player really in the game now for Shikari Prime is Lagger. And Lagger is the Vietnamese. They have, well, they have battle elephants, they have cavalry, they have options. But I don't think they have the mobility and strength to carry a game on their own. No matter how many rat notches you make. Castle being content. No, this castle might die as well for taller Gimli. Good efforts, but yeah, now villagers fighting the knights, and TC is officially dead. Killer Caesar might as well just go douche someone now with the remaining 5 villagers or whatever this is. Where's the actual villager count? And then is it? Yeah, I'm not sure here. Not sure. 52 villagers dead for Killer Caesar. It didn't look too great for Shikari to begin with here, especially with Marco's TC positioning, but now Marco is going Imperial Age with 83 pop as Italian, so he's happy with the situation. He's really made a game for himself up in the north here. So score is deceivingly similar between the teams. I think it has to do a little bit with castles, so Tall Gimli, the naval investment, the fish boom. I mean, if anything, at least Killer Caesar is bringing in an abundance of food here to make use of. But that's just not going to win you the game. Tall Gimli with 2 stray villagers here. Imperial Age for Marco, which will also, if he has a castle somewhere, it will unlock Trebuchets as a siege weapon to deal with castles. Why not just use Rams though? Rectus and Marco adding Rams here, and goodbye the 1 out of the 2 Vietnamese castles here. Yeah, it's gonna take you a while to take out battering rams, even with Rattan archers and crossbows here. Down it goes. Rectus with some good expansion in the middle of the map here with the Persians as well. Will we see the war elephants? Would be kind of fun. It's weird to see a Persian with only 39 builders though, but who cares when the rest of the team are doing great here, especially Marco with mainly a boom here, and Juker with now 14 knights and a ram out on the field, just banging away at houses. That's also not really going to do other things than cause annoyance on the opponents. But Killer Caesar at 20 pop, Taller Gimli at 27 villagers, 27, 20. The overall population is evenly similar here with Shikari 60 villagers ahead and Shikari Prime with more military, but keep in mind that 14 of that military is on water. Yeah, that's it. Taller Gimli calls GG. They are really struggling for land presence here. Even though Lagger has a good spot and keeps going here, it's not going to be enough. There we go. Most units mark 1 with the Arbalest in the end for the Italians here. So floating some resources and worker efficiency better for Shikari here, obviously. They had more villagers, but they were also working better. Should have ended up with a win with that kind of land aggression. Nice touch, Chariot. Just hop into the Discord and toss it under casting requests. And I'll get to it on Friday, I think. That's kind of my designated viewer recordings day, although I try to fit them in other times as well. Nomad is among my favorite maps as well. Nomad Stars. I'm running a Nomad tournament these days as well. That's mainly my streaming activity, but with different brackets. But I try to find time for league and mid-deal tourneys and my own tournaments playing as well. What's the GE and GE and APM stand for? I think it's Game Efficient APM. Yeah, this is fun. It's Nomad, so they don't have any stats until this point. Maybe we keep the classic one for this one. Gonna browse through the military, buildings, Lithuanians, high score. Yeah, I'm a busy band with all the casting, and it's becoming a little bit too much. I want to cast so much more than I'm actually doing. But it's nice with the variety as well. It's different crowds watching it, you know. Alright, first shot. I'll catch it. Send it in. Could, of course, send it by private message as well. No problems. So, Killer Caesar never making it to the castle. So that was one of Killer Caesar's bigger issues here, not being missing that second build to get to the cast stage. That's one thing. Could maybe get you back into it, and also taking winning water. Yes, bravo, good work, but investing way too much into it, to be honest. And that's where scouting the shoreline comes in as well. I'm just gonna get back to Killer Caesar a little bit here and rewind to maybe minute 10 or something to show the line out on the map, because you wait, that's fine, that's fine. I want to see what the Killer Caesar's scouting is like up here. Or let's hide this. We're jumping to a specific point in time now, which is nice. So the idea here is to show the current situation. So here, okay, we need a little bit further forward. We need to go to Killer Caesar's feudal aging. Okay, it was really late to the feudal age as well, which is suboptimal. Obviously, with this kind of naval investment, you want to win water, keep water. In the meantime, Shikari are in the feudal age, but they don't do anything about it. So Shikari could kill all of these fish before Killer Caesar can even contest it. It's still in the Dark Age at minute 14. What the heck? Point is, here's the feudal age. While you're on the way up to the feudal age, since you have so many fishing ships, anyway, task some of them to scout the shoreline, because in that case you'll see that blue has 6 fish or so, and gray apparently doesn't have fish at all, he never docked, right? And then there's teal, who has admittedly gone heavily into fish, but you definitely don't need 13 fire galleys to deal with all of this. So that's why you scout the shoreline on the way up to the feudal age to get an impression of your enemy's investment on water. Then you can see, okay, maybe I need just 4 or 5 fire galleys to deal with this, because they're not caring too much about water. So that's just today's nomad lesson for Killer Caesar.